everyone, and welcome back to a new YouTube video, and welcome here if you're new. Today we are surprising my boyfriend. He got a Christmas present from me that he actually didn't know what was happening, so this is today. He knows that we are going away, but it has no idea of where we are going. And he just went up to the attic to, actually he carried some jackets, winter jackets up for me. And I'm going to pack some stuff and then we are going. So we're going to a place called, it's like a forest resort with like beautiful cabins in the middle of the forest. It looks so amazing on pictures, and we have our own bathtub, and it's going to be so cozy. And I'm gonna buy fresh like shrimps and wine, and I'm gonna bake focaccia. So I have a lot to do. And I'm gonna bake the focaccia with you. I'm gonna make the dough, and then the dough will like sit for a while. I think it's gonna for 2 hours before I put it in the oven, and it's the best focaccia recipe I like ever. It's so good and everyone loves it. And so I'm gonna bring you along today, and I hope you will enjoy it. I'm right now actually putting my makeup on, but I grabbed the camera as quickly as I could when he left the apartment so that I could talk to you and tell you what's going on, because I can't tell you when we are in the car and on our way. He knows that he needs to pack some swim pants, and that's the only thing that he knows. He has guests and he thinks we're gonna be going glamping, and it's kind of glamping, but we're not gonna live in a tent. It's actually a cabin, and it looks so beautiful. So I'm gonna finish my makeup, I'm gonna switch outfit, I'm gonna drive Leia to her to the dog sitter, and then we're going out for lunch, and then we're gonna get back home. I'm gonna bake the bread, and then we're heading off to the forest resort. So see you in a while. We're gonna bake some focaccia, and this is the best recipe ever. So what you need is 25 grams of yeast. So that's half this one. And then we need 400 grams of cold water, and it really needs to be ice cold. So I'm gonna weigh this one. $405. So we're gonna stir the yeast and the water. Until it has, I don't think there's any bits left of the yeast. And then we're gonna add a pinch of salt. Actually pretty much like 2 teaspoons. tablespoons of olive oil, some extra virgin. I usually add a little bit more, maybe 3. And now we're gonna add 500 grams of flour. So 500 grams. $400. $500. And now we're gonna work this dough for 10 minutes. So you need a lot of arm strength if you don't have a machine, but I actually have a machine, but I prefer to do it by hand, and it's very important that it is for around 10 minutes. Like, really work it. And it should not be like a dry dough, it should more be like a, like it should be sticky, really sticky. So I'm gonna do this for 10 minutes and see you on the other side. Later, and my arms are hurting, but this is what it should look like. So it should not be dry, it should be really like sticky. So I worked it for 10 minutes, and now it's time to leave it for an hour to rise. Let's go. We are on our way. And I am wearing my new Dior coat, or it's not new anymore, but I bought it on sale, but it's the first ride. Because now it's spring. We are here, or we are about to check in. So cozy. We are staying at Creek Cabin. And we have been walking for a few minutes. In the middle of nowhere. And this is the place for tonight. In the middle of nowhere. So cozy. And I think you should be able to swim in the small stream here. Oh, frog! Yes, please. So you should be able to swim in this one. It's cold, of course. And then there should also be, there's the hot one. And the view of the forest. So this is where we are staying tonight. We can take a swim in the little stream just by the house, and then we have the warm bathtub, and we have got a lot of like shampoo, shower oil, and our own dressing gowns, and it's so cozy. It's not like showing up on camera, but it's just so beautiful. And you can hear the water pouring. Oh. So this was my Christmas present to my boyfriend, and I think he likes it. And then we are sleeping, so this is just basically just one room. So you have a small kitchen, and you could you could get food here so that you could like cook yourself, but I actually decided to bring my own food, so that's why we have done focaccia, and I have bought some, as you saw, some shrimps, and we're gonna bake our own focaccia, eat some shrimps. I have bought some cheese, and drink some wine, and then we are sleeping up there with view over three tops. So I think we will have a beautiful stay here. But now it's time to, so the focaccia dough has been rising for 1 hour. So now it's time to take it out, put it in like in an oven safe, like, what do you call it? Not jar, four? No? Like, we're gonna put it in something oven safe. I'm gonna pour a lot of olive oil on top, and then we're gonna let it rise for another 1.5 hours, and then we're gonna put it in the oven. And they have an oven here, so I had of course checked that before. So let's take the, but I think they will be here soon to give us a guided tour for something, but I'm gonna show you how to make the rest of the focaccia. Sure. Your own camera. Yes, it's focaccia. So the dough has been rising, and it's twice as big or more, I would say. So it's time to pop it in the, so we're gonna pour like half a, what would I say, like 5-6 tablespoons olive oil or more. I love olive oil. I usually use a lot. Okay, a lot. This is what makes it really tasty. So I would say maybe half a deciliter with olive oil. And then we're just gonna pour this one up, and then we're gonna like flip it and turn it around in the oil. Okay, see if I can pop it down. If you can see, I hope you can see. So I put it in this one, and we have all the olive oil here. So now I'm gonna just like turn it around a couple of times in the oil. So that it's nice and oily. and then I'm gonna push it out slightly. And then I'm gonna leave it in here for another 1.5 hours before I put it in the oven. And then before the oven, I'm gonna pop some rosemary, some tomatoes, and some sea salt. And then it's done. So I'm gonna just let it be here for 1.5 hours. So it's time to fix the last thing with the focaccia before we are going out to the bathtub. So it's now been rising for another 1.5 hours approximately. So now it's time to put some more olive oil on top. And I think the more the merrier. I think that the recipe says that you should only put like a tablespoon or 2, but I love olive oil, so I'm adding a lot. It's so tasty. And then when I've added the oil, I'm just gonna like poke my fingers and make small holes. I would say around the 15 or 20. I'm also gonna put some rosemary before that. You can use fresh rosemary, but I didn't have that, so I took some dried. You can of course have some basil if you prefer that, or but I'm using rosemary today. I love rosemary. And I'm also gonna put some tomatoes. You can use like sun-dried tomatoes, you can have olives, you can add a little bit different. So I'm like putting the tomatoes down a little bit in the dough. And as I said, you're gonna make like 15-20 holes as well in the focaccia. And then you put it in the oven, 225 degrees Celsius. More olive oil. For 20 minutes. Okay, so I'm gonna do some more holes. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Whoop. It looks tasty. There we go. So good olive oil. And then we're gonna have some sea salt. I think that's enough. Just some pinches of sea salt. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So this is, it's of course much more beautiful if you use fresh herbs, but I forgot to buy that, and I know that dried ones works perfectly fine. So you can see that I've made some holes like with my fingers, like 15-20 all over the place. I put the tomatoes down, we have a lot of olive oil. So now it's just time to put this one in the oven, and as I said, it's 225 degrees Celsius for approximately 20 minutes. See you later. I'm gonna put my alarm on 15 minutes or else I will most likely forget it. I'm gonna grab my drink from the fridge. I'm gonna head out to the hot bathtub, and there's also, as I said, it's like a cold stream, and I really want to take a swim, or not to swim because it's fairly small, but I want to take a dip in it. So it's raining outside, but it's just, oh, the light is blue. It's gonna fling you around so that you can see. Oh, I have to. And I just think it's so pretty when it's raining. So if it's sunny, I guess you can sit here in the summer, and this is where you can take a cold dip. And the water is from the forest. It looks brown and dirty, but it's not like dirty brown. It's because the water is has so much iron. That's why it's so brown. So here comes the water, and we will get our breakfast up there tomorrow. They will deliver it, and this is where we're gonna hang out. And you can see where we are sleeping, like on the top of the building. It's been 20 minutes and it is done. Oh, the snow in here. It's just, ooh, I can't see anything, sorry. I have a cleaner. There we go. Oh, it looks perfect. So I'm gonna add. Do we have some more olive oil? We have a lift. I'm gonna lift, like, or should we save? No, I'm gonna save the rest of the olive oil. We don't have much. I only brought this bottle, so I'm gonna save it for eating. Over it like so. I'm gonna eat it later. Back. Oh, I'm gonna head back to the bathtub, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna take a cold dip into the like forest stream. The light turns on. And it's time for a dip in this one. Can you hold the camera, please? Company. Tonight's dinner we have some crayfish, shrimps, and the homemade focaccia. You have to try this one because this one is the best focaccia ever, I promise you. And some sparkling. It's so dark right now, but I hope you can hear the stream. It's just the most magical and like calming sound. And the bathtub has some lights. It's just, if you live in Sweden or if you plan to visit somewhere around south of Sweden, Gothenburg area, I highly recommend to stay one night here. I'm gonna link it down in the description box because it's just magical. And I think they have 3 cabins right now, and the staff, as they are just so nice. And we brought our own food, but they can arrange food service and everything. And there's so many beautiful like walking places around here, so you can come here and you can hike. And now we're gonna take a dip in here, drink some more champagne, and hopefully have a lovely night and sleep so good. It's time for breakfast pick up. Yummy, yummy. Then all three must be three breakfast boxes, and I've actually haven't slept that good. But the sound here is just the birds and the water. If it's summer, we can sit outside eating breakfast. So much to choose from. So we have yogurt, some berries, some ham, cheese, a lot of bread, muesli, everything. Fresh pressed orange juice and a ginger shot. I guess that this is. So we're gonna eat breakfast with this view. Bye bye house. We are leaving. Saying goodbye to this beautiful place. They don't have a mirror here, so you can't see what you look like. They had like the smallest mirror in the bathroom, but the bathroom was pretty dark, so I think I have like makeup all under my eyes, but we've had a lovely stay. And now we're gonna walk back to the reception and we'll leave keys and the flashlight. And then we're heading back home to Gothenburg.